Let's see, it is recording. The mic levels are okay. Okay. So now we go to the questions. You heard the listening audio tape. Now remember, before you attempt the questions, there is a key to actually find the best answer. When you have a questions and you look out for the answer, it's always suggested to go through all the options, because sometimes what appears that an answer seems like to be the correct answer, but the other one is more accurate. So you have to go for the best choice available. And one more thing is there, which is somewhat I would give the blame on the book. That some of the options available are slightly confusing at times, and you have to choose not the answer that fits intelligence and fits your mind, but you have to choose the answer that not only fits the mind, but it is also spoken in the audio tape. Because sometimes there are students who give out an answer, they say it is understood by the audio. No, you have to choose the answer that is actually spoken in the audio tape. The first one, why is Zach talking to Dan, Ali and Lee? What is the reason? They miss their friends? Maybe. They like the campus activities? They're still new, and they are new students. So obviously it is C, that they are new students. That's why Dan, Ali and Lee, he's talking to these three guys. They miss their friends. That comes later on. Okay, what are they talking about? What are they studying? No, we are yet to know about this. Where they are, why they are studying at Faber College? No, there is no mention of that. And where they are from? Yes, he's basically talking about their backgrounds. Now number 3, why is Ali nervous? His classes are difficult? No, we don't know about this. He doesn't go away from home a lot? Yes. And he's a new student? Yes, he's a new student, but here the catch is that he speaks about his home, and he says, I do not go away from my home quite often. It is my first time away from home. So it's obviously B, which is more accurate. Now we go to the next questions, which is specific. We are now talking about the specific information, somewhat that is deeper, and when you listen to the extension of the conversation. Number 1, why does Ali like Faber College? What is the reason? There is a lot to do? Maybe. It's like Seoul? No, Seoul is a big city and this is a small town. It's quiet and there are a lot of trees. Yes, this is the exact answer. It's quiet, and he says the campus is pretty with the trees and I like it. Okay, what does Zach tell Ali? What does he tell Ali? He's nervous too, and Zach is nervous? No. Most students don't feel nervous? No. It's normal to be nervous. Yes. This is in fact the correct answer, that he tells him that everybody feels nervous at first. So it's normal to be nervous. There's nothing special about this. So he wants to make Ali feel at home. Okay, let's go to the next question, which is, what place is Dan's hometown like? Now you heard Dan says, I am from San Anselmo, which is a small town in Northern California, United States of America. And it's not like Seoul, it's a small town. It's not like Houston, which is a big city. It's similar to the town that Faber College is in. So Dan is from that place. What do a lot of new students miss? Campus activities? No, they don't miss campus activities, because they do campus activities in the college. Like you did your different campus activities like the drama, and sometimes you have different competitions. B, friends from home? Yes, they do miss friends from home. And sports and club? No. So it's B. Last one, why does Dan say, I miss my friends too, Ali? Now Dan says it to make it light, because what happens that if you're feeling somewhat uncomfortable and strange, and somebody comes and says, hey, it's normal, I also feel the same, then you feel somewhat related to that person, and you feel, okay, it's something which is common with everyone. So you feel a sense of friendship, camaraderie, and brotherhood. Okay, similar fraternity. Okay, leave aside these words, but you feel that other people also have the same feeling. So Dan says it to make him feel comfortable. He doesn't want to make him feel nervous. He doesn't want to make him feel sorry. So he wants to make him comfortable. Okay, let's go to the next exercise. This is without listening, so we opt out for the time being. We have already done in the class. Stressed works we did in detail in the class. Okay, contractions. This is something that is important, and it concerns us from the point of view exams and outside exam as well. Okay, now contractions, as it means ikhtisar, shortening up of long words. Shortening up of words, it means that not only you shorten the words in speech, but you also shorten them up in writing. So it comes in both the forms. It manifests, it appears in different forms. Like I am becomes I apostrophe am. I am, you join the word, it's I am, okay. And Houston is a big city. Houston's a big city. And it is pretty and quiet. You say it's pretty and quiet. It is becomes it's pretty and quiet. So remember, contraction is a kind of shortening up, where you join words using an apostrophe, but it appears in writing and in speech. Whereas reduction, which is a different kind of contraction or a shortening up, that will come in chapter 2 and 3 and 4 and so on and so forth. That is a kind of shortening up where only spoken is there, you don't have written. Okay, so let me welcome my little daughter who's crying. Come here. Khadija, you're welcome. She cannot stay without me, and she's anxious. What am I doing in this locked up room? Okay, so contraction is a form of shortening up, ikhtisar, where you write and speak in a shortened form. Whereas reduction is something that is just spoken. Now what is reduction? We'll go to in details in chapter 2. Now let's go to the practical dimensions of contraction. Now you have here the long form, and you have in this table the short form. So in long form you have I am, Houston is, there are, it is, what is, there is. And you have I am, Houston's, there are, it's, what's, theirs. So we will listen to this now and figure out what the difference is. And here you don't have to do anything, just listen. But in the next activity we will actually choose the correct answer depending on what the word we heard. Okay, can you please play the listening part, activity 9? Okay, yeah, play this. I cannot hear. You have to first switch on the speaker. That has gone on a hold mode.
For contractions. 1. There's a lot of activities on campus.
No. Go to the previous exercise. Activity 9. Yes.
Page 9.
You saw?
Activity 9. Comparing long forms and contractions.
I am from Saudi Arabia. I'm from Saudi Arabia.
Houston is a big city. Houston's a big city.
There are so many trees. There are so many trees.
It is pretty and quiet. It's pretty and quiet.
What is it like? What's it like?
There is a lot to do at Faber College. There's a lot to do at Faber College.
Okay, let's go to the next activity, and I would request that stop in between. After each sentence, please stop. No. Yeah.
Page 9. Activity 10.
Go to
Listening for
next page. Yes.
contractions.
1. There's a lot of activities on campus.
Yes, stop it. It's obviously a contraction, so you choose B for this, and then you can see a star over there. This star means that this is not acceptable in written English, but just to explain you, they are writing there are, as there are a lot of campus, a lot of activities on campus. One more important thing is that in the audio tape there is a mistake. He says there's a lot of activities on campus. It's a mistake on the listening part. We heard it over and over again and figured out that it's a mistake. No problem. Anyway, it's a contraction, so we choose B.
2. She is from a small town.
It's not a contraction.
3. What is your name?
No, please stop after each sentence. So it's not a contraction, and again 3 is not a contraction.
4. It's noisy here.
This is a contraction clearly, so we will choose the contracted part, that is B. Is next.
5. I'm from Houston.
Okay, so this is a contraction.
6. San Anselmo is a small town.
This is not a contraction, so we choose A.
7. There is a lot of noise in here.
So it is not a contraction, so we choose
8.
A.
He's from New York City.
So that is a contraction, so we choose B from this one. So you have to choose and decide what is a contraction and what is not a contraction. And the next activity is about internet. You can find out information. You can also see how a word is being pronounced, and this you can do. And these activities we don't have time, because with this video we have to keep it as brief as it is possible. Okay. Now, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. Now in this next part, that is part 2, we are going to see that sometimes you have some strangers, some companies, some survey companies who are interested to get your personal information. So how do you give out your personal information? They want to get this information in order to sell their products, in order to serve you. Sometimes if you order something online or through different shops that are not near to your area, so they would call you, they would ask you your name and address and your phone number, email ID, different stuff. So you have to give out your personal information. And sometimes you find people who are too inquisitive, too much interested in knowing your personal information. Then you have to be careful, because right now many, internet theft is very common. Identity theft is common. See, people are stealing your usernames and passwords, and twice I've seen my email being hacked up and I had to change my password. And there are also thefts going on in banks and accounts, and very confidential data is being stolen. So you have to be very careful whom to give your information and whom not to. Just as a side point, I would like to add that the websites that you visit, be careful of visiting the websites. The kind of websites do you visit, these internet companies and search engines, whether it be Google and others, they're all spying upon you. So whatever you visit, they give you ads related to those things. So suppose you visit a lot of financial websites and you're interested in investing money, or you visit some sports websites, you will specifically get ads and emails depending on the preferences that you have shown the internet companies, because they're actually spying upon you and you don't know about this. Anyways, so we go out on the personal information forms. So if you are not interested, go down a little. We go down to the last part of this communication. That here is something, when you're talking to a stranger or a company or a market researcher where you don't want to give out your personal information, what do you say? You'd say, I'd rather not say. and I'm afraid I don't give out my personal information. Sorry, I don't give out my personal information. This is how you politely refuse to give out your personal information. You just cannot say, Malik. No, it's impolite. You have to say, I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't give out my personal details. So we go to the next page. Now here, this first activity, you hear the conversation and you have to fill out the blanks. Okay, it's a kind of activity where it does not require much of thinking, but it requires the agility of your hands and body, and the coordination between your ears and your power of retention that echoes in your mind, and you write down and fill up the details with fast hand. Okay, so I would give this assignment to you. It's your chance now. I would give you the assignment. Just have a double click over here. Double click. Yeah, now the cursor is working. Now you play the listening and you have to fill out the blanks. Okay, I give you 2 times to play the tape, and you have to fill out. No, not this one. I think it will be maybe this one. Yeah, play it for once.
Part 3. Listening.
No, this one.
Page 17.
No, this one.
Activity 2.
Yeah.
Part 2.
Yeah.
Using language.
Stop it. Now listen to this audio twice. I will show you. I will play it twice for you, and your job is to fill in the blanks. Let's see how many blanks do you fill in correctly. Okay. So it's a live example. You can see now. Now let's see. Okay. Now play and fill it up.
Page 14. Activity 1. Listening for contact information. Conversation 1.
Student advising. May I help you?
Yes. I'm a new student. I'd like to make an appointment to talk with an advisor.
Sure. First, I need a little information. What's your name?
Michael Green. That's MICHAELGREEN.
And what is your address?
I live at 3467 Grand Avenue, apartment 7.
That's 3467 Grand Avenue, apartment 7?
That's right.
What is your phone number?
My number is area code 301-555-5634.
301-555-5634?
That's right.
Conversation 2.
So, you want the college to send you your grades?
Yes, please.
Okay. What's your name?
My name is Laura Lee.
Is that L-E-E?
No, it's L-I.
And how do you spell your first name?
It's L-A-R-A.
And your address?
It's P.O. Box 678, Brooklyn, New York, 11215.
And do you have an email address? That's in case we have any questions.
Of course. It's Laura_Lee at IALS.com.
Thanks.
Conversation 3.
What is your name? Ana Martinez. ANAMARTINEZ. And where shall I send this?
456 Oak Street, Los Angeles, California, 91344.
What's your telephone number?
Why do you need it?
In case we have a question about your order.
Okay. It's 213-555-3497.
Okay. And what is your email address?
Sorry, I don't give out my email.